Who welcome to new Talk O'Clock with Josh, which is now just going to be a generic recap show of AEW programming. I'm going to start by talking about the Dynamite that took place on May 3rd. So the opening match was Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and Bandito versus the JAS. Chris Jericho joined the commentary team for this match because he's trying to avoid a fight with Adam Cole, I guess. I was very happy to see Roderick Strong, but it's been really cool to see them build up this rivalry with Adam Cole and Chris Jericho and get Roderick Strong involved. Roderick Strong straight up belongs in the ring with Daniel Garcia. Holy crap, those two have so much chemistry together. This match was kind of a kerfuffle, definitely a big melee brawl vibe, you know? This match had one thing that I hadn't seen in a very long time, and I was very happy to see, which was a Roderick Strong comeback. That guy can fire up like no other. He has an unlimited gas tank. So the finish to the match was Roderick Strong hit a knee lifter, and then Adam Cole hit the boom, and then immediately after getting the pin, Adam Cole ran up the ramp and attacked Chris Jericho. That was a very nice touch to help continue their feud, I felt. Then there was a promo between Jungle Boy Jack Perry and Darby Allin hyping up the main event, which was them facing off Sammy Guevara and MJF. The stipulation of the match being if Darby and Jungle Boy won, they would be slotted into the main event of Double or Nothing, along with Sammy Guevara and MJF. Next scene is Adam Cole getting escorted out of the building by security, with Chris Jericho screaming at him. And then Britt came out and slapped Jericho and knocked him on his ass. That was pretty funny. I like that. Also, Jericho was wearing Britt Baker's shirt with her black eye, which I thought was funny. Following that, there was a Blackpool Combat Club segment where the audio didn't work at the beginning of Bryan Danielson's promo. But I'm pretty sure he was just talking about Bret Hart. Danielson actually ripped on Bret Hart, but ripped on him in like the weirdest way, because like ripped on him for the best there ever will be. Like, I mean, specifically, yeah, probably very likely that's even the best today is gonna have someone better than them eventually. Bryan says in the promo that he wants AEW to be the best wrestling company in the world. Samesies. Then Moxley addresses The Elite and Kenny Omega. They're hyping up their match for next week inside a steel cage. Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega are two of the best wrestlers in the world, and I cannot wait to see this cage match. Next up was Willow versus Saraya. Saraya, of course, is part of the Outcasts, and they don't like anybody in the women's division that are AEW originals. Basically what AEW original means is that they've never competed in WWE. I love Willow Nightingale. I think she has a huge upside. So to me, the story of this match was the outside interference. Every dirty trick that the Outcasts could pull, they did it. They choked Willow with like coats and stuff. Eventually, Saraya picks up the win with the good night, I think they call it. Good night. After the bell, the Outcasts attack Willow. And then Hikaru Shida does a run-in. She drops her kendo stick and hugs the Outcasts, making it look like she's gonna join them. She takes the green spray paint that the Outcasts have been using on their opponents, and looks like she's about to spray Willow in the face with it. But instead, the women's champion Jamie Hayter and her friend Britt Baker come out from underneath the ring and beat up Toni Storm and what's her name? Ruby Soho. And then Sheeta sprays the spray paint in Saraya's face. And then she spray paints all of the three Outcasts. And then it's like the bad guys got a taste of their own medicine, you know? It's a nice little thing. Then, one of the coolest parts of the evening in my opinion, the House of Black announced an open house rules challenge. They're the current trios champions, and they issued an open challenge to any 3 wrestlers that want to team together. All they have to do is abide by the house rules. 20 count on the outside, it's usually a 10 count. No rope breaks, so they can't grab the rope to break up a pin or submission. And then the challenger gets to chooses whether or not you can get disqualified, so you can use like weapons and stuff, which is a neat idea. And speaking of trios, next up there was the Tres de Mayo Trios Battle Royal. God, everyone really loves the Acclaimed. You know, there's a part of me that really wanted the Dark Order to win this, because I feel like they kind of need a win right now. And in that match, John Silver actually gave me hope for a little bit. Final 2 teams were Anthony Bowens and Billy Gunn, going head-to-head with Butcher Blade and Kip Sabian. Anthony Bowens and Billy Gunn's tag partner Max Caster had already been eliminated. However, in order to win, you need to eliminate all 3 members of the team. In the end, Anthony Bowens and Billy Gunn were able to eliminate all 3 members of Butcher Blade and Sabian, and it kind of seems like maybe they're heading towards challenging for the trios titles. Next, there was a promo with Sammy Guevara and MJF. I've really sincerely enjoyed the antics between Sammy Guevara and MJF over the last few weeks, and honestly, I was just waiting for them to like full on camera, because that's the kind of vibes I was getting. Then Kenny Omega had a promo with Don Callis. Don Callis interrupted Kenny to say what he wanted to say, while Kenny just had this 1,000-foot stare into the distance. He sincerely looks like he was going to murder someone. And I don't think it's a coincidence that when Kenny named the people that the Blackpool Combat Club hurt, he did not include Hangman Adam Page, who I am completely in love with, by the way. Next up was the TNT champion Wardlow versus Logan LaRue, another local guy being fed to Wardlow. One might even call it a squash match. You know, honestly, I'm kind of tired of seeing Wardlow just fight random mooks. I don't know. I mean, I understand they're setting up a feud with Christian Cage, but like, Wardlow could have just came out and talked. Why did he need to have a 10-second match that he's had 70 times before? I'm definitely interested to see what Wardlow and Christian can do in the ring together, though. Next was honestly, for me, segment of the night. Team Non-Stop Action, as I like to call them. Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh go visit Mark Briscoe on his chicken farm. It's like a funny little vignette, and it kinda, you know, it's very endearing seeing Mark Briscoe in his natural habitat. Next match was Juice Robinson versus Ricky Starks. Juice Robinson took a lot of, like, really painful looking shots in this match. There's one point where he broke through the barricade so hard I thought the first row was gonna collapse. There's a spot where Ricky carried Juice up the steps in his arms and body slammed him from the top of the steps. Ricky Starks ultimately won the match with a spear followed up with a Rochambeau. Afterwards, Jay White proceeded to attack Ricky Starks. Honestly, I kind of feel something off with this feud between Jay White and Ricky Starks. Not that I don't think they're both incredible performers. I just think it's kind of a little backwards. I think Ricky Starks should have been the one challenging Jay White. And then maybe Jay White could have blown him off. And then Jay White has like a match with Orange Cassidy or something. And then Ricky Starks costs Jay White the title. And then the feud commences from there. I feel like that could have been something cooler. Something, I don't know. It just seems I don't know what Jay White's motivation is. I don't know why he's attacking Ricky Starks. After that, there was a little promo video for the firm deletion happening on Rampage. I was very, very excited to see what they would do with the firm deletion match. Before the main event, MJF confronts Jungle Boy to try to entice him with the dark side. MJF telling Jungle Boy that he can help him get to the top of the mountain. MJF says he doesn't see Jungle Boy as a top guy the way he is now. Then Darby Allin walks in the room while MJF and Jungle Boy are having a conversation, and Darby Allin gets pissed like he just walked in on his girlfriend cheating on him. I honestly hate myself for how much I liked the MJF Sammy Guevara mashup song. There's like literally a point in the match where Sammy and MJF exchange waist-height hugs. More bad guy antics, more bad guy hijinks in this match. Trading scarf chokings. So the story of this match is nobody really trusts anybody else. MJF ends up slapping Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara super kicks MJF. Jack Perry hits his elbow finisher thing that I don't know that it has a name. And then Darby tags himself in, hits the coffin drop, and picks up the win over Sammy Guevara. Meaning that the main event for Double or Nothing will be a 4-way. Okay, thanks for watching. And remember, it's all gonna be K.